Euro trip, you're coming along on the Toy Pick. Yay! Take it away, Rye.
After a week of crisscrossing Europe, our intrepid toy hunters are finally.
I know y'all missed me. I missed you too.
To make it to the legendary Sandown Toy Fair.
I missed y'all. I know.
Their adventure. As they roll into London,
Drop another real video for y'all real quick here. So get your popcorn, whatever you get.
To the place to be. The London Toy
Little
Shop.
baby Jay's has been in Hobbit Adventures.
We're over in London, or near London. We're going to visit the London Toy Shop. Back in England, finally, baby. Check it out. We're in England somewhere.
Yeah, to get my geek out on. What's good, Ed? Follow him. What's his channel called? As much as I watch this, Ed's Retro Geek Out. Yes, sir. Oh, I gotta put on some shorts. I forgot I'm in my long G's. In my long J's. I want y'all to get excited and start biting through your phones and shit. Baby J's. All right, let me just come in this joint like Mr. Rogers. Ooh, baby. What is good, God? How's everybody feeling out there? Yeah, I've been fasting, so I just been drinking water. All right, baby J's. Whew. All right, how's everybody feeling first and foremost? I love when I do videos and all of a sudden the throat chakra wants to clog up all of a sudden. But we're going to get into it. I'm going to catch everybody up to speed. And we're going to take it from there. And it's going to be a great lesson for all those that may be going through an adventure as well. And first and foremost, this is not 2026, really. You know what I mean? The New Year's is basically April 1st. But we're going to play along with the fake New Year's. But happy 2026 to everybody. New energies are here. We're feeling them. I'm feeling them daily. I'm at the point now where I don't give zero fucks. Like 0 fucks is just do me season from here on out. Because these last few days I've been analyzing all the people pleasing I've been doing and all the 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and just loving everybody so much that I was caught in like limbo at times. So it feels good to cut the umbilical cord off, the energetic umbilical cord to the universe and everybody, and just do you and just focus on you. That's the best advice I can recommend to anybody going through a self-development journey. Let's just start there. First and foremost, anybody that's new to my channel, my name is Alonzo Hayes, a.k.a. Zodog, or a.k.a. Mr. Does It All, a.k.a. Mr. Bare-Chested Looking Good Than Most. All right? First and foremost, I'm your host. And bada bings. Bada beats. I have my own language. I just do me. I have fun. I've been doing this ever since I came out the portal, and I've always loved it. And I've always noticed the world doesn't always resonate with my vibration, and that's where I attempted to always stay neutralized and sometimes don't be the Michael Jordan in every room, because I thought I would ruffle feathers and I would rather be friends with them, you know? So the only reason I'm going back in time a little bit, because it is a new year, it's a fresh slate, and I wouldn't be doing you guys any justice if I didn't give you guys a little template of my, my past and what has made me and brought me here to this current point as being a life coach for y'all. And hopefully learning about different frequencies and how to be totally authentic and not let your neighbor or friend or family member tell you which direction you should go because they want you to fit an umbrella that most families has followed for eons. If you just follow your family tree, you can see a lot of similar traits and occupations, and not many people veer off. Or if you see family trees where a lot of people are well known, it seems like a lot of people do follow those traits as well. And then there's that one person or two people that steer off from the wealth, from the silver spoon, and want to create their own path because they want to get out of the shadow of that goody two shoes, you're wealthy, you never worked a hard day in your life, you know what I mean? So I can understand both spectrums because I've been through it all. I've had a lot of money. I've had no money. And you have to be loving in all situations, even though it can be frustrating. Okay, a lot of times you want to slap a bitch when you don't got no money, right? Like, bitch, where's my money? But we know we want to stay on a high vibrating frequency, so we don't be calling nobody bitches and we don't demand anything. Because once you go through your self-development journey properly, you get to a point where you realize that the cosmos is your sugar daddy. Like, God provides you everything. It's like you have to take away the logical aspect and what your eyes see, and you have to take it to another realm of unknown. You're like, it's going to work out. Everything always works out in my favor, so it's just going to work out, right? And that's the beauty of it once you're just so comfortable and confident and just going with the frequency. Like, I was sitting over there just watching a few videos of my collective. I need to finish watching Michelle Mallore's. Jadina, I need to finish watching yours. But it was great, what I've seen so far. And Light, I love your video. You broke that down precisely. So I didn't know I was going to do a video, and then I got compelled to get up. Even though I'm fasting, I'm hungry as a motherfucker. I got some boiled water over there. I'm about to make some pancakes. But I was told to do this video first and be obedient. So I was like, all right, let me just walk in here like Mr. Rogers. You know what I mean? Bada bings, bada booms. And give you guys an update of what I've been going through and how I've been maintaining since things has gotten better. Let me just say that. I'll speak in code to some degree because I just want to be careful for the people that are involved in my adventure. So I just won't toss them all the way out on Front Street. But if you know, you know. So I think last week I was telling you about a little Jerry Springer family situation that we went through, or I went through. And today we went to court and we got all that shit dropped, dismissed. I walked out like George Jefferson. But it was crazy because I had to sit across from either family member and go through this. Like, it breaks my heart to this moment, to this day, that it went that far. Like, we're a family that doesn't communicate properly, let's just say that, can lead to no accountability mixed in with other situations that person's going through that they didn't properly deal with. So it all becomes compounded and then it explodes out of desperation. And that's what happened, unfortunately, with one of my family members. And we had to sit there and the judge saw right through it. And we just had to be there with family members, or we could have been utilizing our time differently. And unfortunately, during that time, my father passed away, or he transitioned. He's Obi-Wan. Okay, he's been talking to me and he enjoys his new body. So he's loving life. But unfortunately, we never love seeing someone that we cherish transition, you know what I mean, for real. But the great thing is I got to see him, spend time with him. We celebrated Thanksgiving, even though, I get you. Oh, Thanksgiving is that. Holidays to me now, since I know what's up due to Rashad Jamal, and I'll say Faison One. Faison One is doing the damn thing. I saw him in front of his, doing the damn thing with the troops, and that's just a small fraction. So I love it, okay? More unity. I want to see more unity. Where was I getting at? But yeah, I see holidays now as just utilizing your time with people you love. All right, so I got to spend time with my father during Thanksgiving, his birthday, and Christmas. And then he transitioned on the 30th of December, 2025. So ironically, not intentionally, God works the way God works. I was having visions of this happening already. So I was already prepared. Like I was having visions like Luke Skywalker had for Star Wars fans when he was in the Dagobah training with Yoda. And he kept on having visions of Han Solo and Princess Leia in Cloud City. And Darth Vader had them in the trap. If you know, you know. When Han Solo got trapped in the carbonite, yada, yada. When Princess Leia said, I love you. And he looked at her, he's like, I know. That's my nigga right there, Han Solo. Very proud of him. Harrison Ford, if you know, you know. So if you know that scene, and Luke Skywalker was having these visions, and he kept on getting distracted during his training because Yoda was on his head and on his shoulders, and he was levitating rocks. And then every time he had a vision of his friends in despair, then the rocks would fall down and Yoda would fall off his back. And then Yoda would hit him with the cane. Luke Skywalker on the head is like, focus, focus, focus. So I was having visions of my dad transitioning before it even happened. And I was like, man, I don't want that to be. So I was fighting those instincts myself. I was like, oh, baby Jays, I don't want that to happen. I want him to, we all want our family to live forever, right? But we have to be realistic. So my ancestors were just, cosmic family was preparing me for what was happening. And it's ill. All this intuition of messages I get. And at the time, I'm like, I don't know why I'm getting this. This is, when I was still learning my Jedi powers. But now looking back at it, everything I was foretold came to fruition. It's like baby J's. Because when you're in the midst of the battle, you Dante's Inferno, and you just got your shields like 300 and kicking cats and demons in these dark ass pits. You don't have time to check your schedule and like, hey, baby J's, who do we kick in the pit this week? Who betrayed us this week? Who did bada bing? You know what I'm saying? What rapper we need to put on Front Street this week? Who's just riding for the vibes? All that. Okay. Who ain't eating these spinach? All that. So we don't have time. We just here to survive, right? But we out of that phase. We just catching up all the new viewers, right? And letting y'all know my adventure. So I was getting prepared that my father would transition, and then I got the news, unfortunately, that he did. So we still are dealing with that, and we appreciate everyone who has sent their condolences. Because I'm not one of these people that if someone passes, I get on social media, hey, I did, someone passed, and just to get some sympathy likes. I'm not that person. But it is my duty to be transparent and authentic with my journey, because I am changing algorithms, breaking generational curses, and I'm following the divine, the most high, you know what I mean? So all the 2025 and 2024 and beyond, those emotions are not gone, but they're stored properly, compartmentalized as experiences that we can reflect on and use as lessons and building points when necessary, but not maintaining that reality that we already graduated from. Okay, we've graduated from certain frequencies. I was going to use a word, but unfortunately, but due to lack of words, unfortunately, sometimes these points are brought up again, or we have to be redundant due to the fact of the society, how the society has been ran for so long. There's a lot of people that are still sleeping in NPCs that us chosen ones and light warriors are waking up daily. And, to be a teacher, you stay in the brain, and redundancy is the sister of success. So we're going to continue staying in the brains until you get it, right? So if it happens, it happens. But yeah, my pops is good. He's straight. Court today was shitty. Okay, it was shitty. It was a good outcome, but it was a shitty experience, if you know what I mean. But it was a necessary experience just to see how far family would go to get an outcome to benefit them, and to look at everyone, or not even look at everyone, to treat everyone else as expendable. So that was an eye-opener for me too, because I know there's a lot of family members out here that have secrets, and they are not communicating the way we would like them to. And unfortunately, that has affected a lot of lives, and that has created a lot of bad habits. And I have witnessed that for so long. I've stood back and participated in it to do my damnedest to break that algorithm, but then I was labeled a black sheep. I'm crazy. I'm too animated. I'm this and that. I'm cocky, yada, yada. You think you know it all. So I had to break that myself and get on here, especially during COVID, and show you what the fuck it is. Once I found myself, I was like, oh, let's take the scissors out and start cutting away a lot of this bullshit so we can show a true, authentic path for people that are inspired to do what they feel inclined and compelled to do. But when they look on social media, they see a lot of these fake ass celebrities lying to the youth and saying, this is how you get here. But then they don't tell you how you really get there. And I've never been a fan of that shit. So that shit's going out the window. All these fake ass celebrities is getting the fuck out of here. They're fake. They're lying to you. And then they're getting exposed. And we're hearing that daily. So all you fake ass celebrities, you got two choices. You come clean or you get the fuck out of here. Microphone dropped. I get sick and tired of seeing a lot of fake ass people out here, but I understand their frequencies and where they're at. But if you know better and you continue to do the opposite, you're stupid, unfortunately. That's the definition of insanity. Keep on doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. Right? Like a few videos back, I believed I said, the tarot community, I would like to hear them say, hey, I fuck with him. I fuck with Alonzo. I fuck with No Filter. Follow him. Support him like I do with all my besties, right? But I don't do it for tit for tat. I just would like to see that done. And my bestie Light always reminds me, Asifa, that people are not here to like me and I'm not here to fit in. And I've been known that, but at times, my human side would like to, to be compatible with someone and not always be an Obi-Wan hermit out in my wilderness and isolated. But we know God has done that and is doing that for a divine purpose. I understand that. But I do want some connection. Not want, I have all the power to manifest whatever I need to manifest, right? The universe got my back. At times I catch myself when I say I want, and it's the human side of me. We're balancing out a lot of shit, The brain in here sounds cocky when I say, I'll get that, I'll do this. The human side is like, who the fuck are you telling people? You know what I'm saying? So I'm working through that too, I don't want to just be a dictator king and just coming off raw, We've lived that life before, and that's why our soul knows better. So we're working through that now. Lack of words. I do know how powerful I am. And I'm learning every day how powerful I'm capable of becoming. So there's no cap here. I'm breaking off the cap, Jadina. So